your mark. Get ready, set, go.
Start.
Kelly's here.
Wow!
Zelly's here.
Perfect!
Gaming.
That's amazing!
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Raincode. I'm Kelly.
I'm Zelly, and we're gaming here today as FUBUKI CLOCKFORD. Welcome back. So, as we kind of told about last time, we went over Chief Yakao, Halara, and now Desahiko, and now we're on to FUBUKI. The Gumshoe Gab is where you collect unlockables throughout the game, and you're able to see little interactions along with Yuma. So Halara has an obsession with cats. Chief Yakao apparently went to a hostess club and bar as a part-timer and worked there for a bit. And Desahiko also worked as a entertainer. He was a singer and dancer for one of his first gigs at WDO.
Noah used to be a gloomy kid, though, too.
Oh, he used to be like goth and punkish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good stuff.
This is the first time we have been alone at the agency, Yuma.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. I know. How about I make you some coffee? Or would you prefer some tea instead?
Which is which again?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
How to put this? One is dark and the other a bit pale. Which is coffee and which is tea again?
What?
The darker one is coffee, the paler one is coffee. That was a funny joke. I'm gonna...
Should we try to trick her and say the paler one is coffee? Or should we just say the darker one is coffee?
I'm gonna say the darker one is coffee.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Picture
the
trees.
darker one is coffee.
Oh, it is? Now that you mention it, that sounds right. However, this is quite troubling. There are far too many moments in my life where I cannot tell things apart. Just like with coffee and tea, I cannot tell the difference between an elevator and escalator,
Oh.
Wait, what?
or left and right, or the day after tomorrow and the day before yesterday. I cannot differentiate many things.
I wonder if that's just due to her abilities. Is she rewinds time so much, it might just scramble her brain a little bit.
It probably might be a side effect, like you say. It might be right.
That sounds rough.
Oh, there is more. Until recently, I thought paying reparations meant you were paying a repairman.
Oh.
That's a new one.
She's such an airhead. I'm surprised she's managed to survive for so long.
Fubuki, have your misunderstandings ever gotten you into trouble?
Trouble. I suppose when all is said and done, I have managed fairly well. Oh, there was one thing.
Really? If you don't mind, can you tell me about it?
Yes, of course. Back when I was around 10 years old. In the neighborhood where my mansion is located, a rumor was spreading about a high school student who could fly. I hoped it was true and wished to meet him, so I went for a visit. However, he could not in truth fly, but was rather considered something called a flight risk.
Oh.
Oh my
At this
god.
point, it sounds like a comedy skit.
Oh, well, it gets worse. He was more than a mere delinquent. People considered him an extremist. Upon discovering I was the daughter of the Clockford family, he kidnapped me and barricaded us away.
Oh my god.
Barricaded?
Yes, he demanded the government revise the Constitution if they wished me to be returned safely.
So, what happened after that?
It was quite a while back, so I cannot really remember. In the end, the laws were changed a bit, and I was released.
The laws were... what? It makes sense a master detective, or rather a member of the Clockford family, would have such ridiculous stories. Being unable to tell coffee and tea apart should have been the least of my worries.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown closer.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Why, thank you, Shinigami. I knew we were close. I think, really, if Kurumi was in the picture, we might have hooked up a little bit. I'm just saying. Just saying. I mean, her memory and her understanding of things is a little bit foggy, but I think we could have made it work. You know, I also didn't realize too in Fubuki's character she has a piercing right below her lip on her chin. I never noticed that until we looked at her profile a little bit closer, I think.
Thank you kindly for keeping me company today.
Oh, you're right, it is there. I've never even noticed that.
Right? I know, I thought it was probably maybe even her mouth.
She's just like bedazzled with so much stuff.
Because of you, Yuma, I have experienced takoyaki for the very first time.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm surprised you wanted to try some in the first place.
Oh? Why is that surprising? Could it be that my face resembles takoyaki, so you believe I am a cannibal?
That's not at all what I'm saying. You don't look anything like takoyaki anyway. It's just that you grew up like a princess. You even got kidnapped because of it. That's why I didn't expect you to want to try takoyaki.
Ah, so that is what you meant. But I am not as high class as you might think. My daily life is rather ordinary.
I sincerely doubt it.
Is that so? It truly felt plain to my eyes.
Well then, can I ask you a few questions? It helped me get an idea of what it was like for you growing up.
Very well, if that is what is required to satisfy you. You can ask me anything, including my measurements or the password to my bank account.
Oh my god, those
Oh my
are...
gosh, Fubuki.
No. You should never ask somebody that. That's terrible.
I mean, maybe if they
that's
were
such-
husband and wife, maybe.
Maybe, but that's
My
like very
gosh.
sensitive information.
I know, right?
You know, it's like...
No, I don't need to ask about those. Anyway, to start off, how many rooms did your home have?
How many rooms? I never really considered it. First the kitchens. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
I am beginning to grow confused. My apologies. I am not very good at counting such large numbers.
No, that's more than enough for me. There's really no point in asking any more questions, but this is getting kinda fun. Next up, what sort of car did your parents own?
Their car? Unfortunately, there were no cars at our home.
Huh? That's hard to believe.
I mean, unless you or have your own personal helicopter pad or have a like plane take off in your backyard, I could consider that.
Or if they had their own personal escort that didn't actually have their own car.
An escort would be good too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what cars are? They have 4 wheels and move on roads.
Yes, I have seen them around the city. But none of those tiny, cute mobile huts were anywhere near my home.
Mobile huts? I'm guessing the cars at Fubuki's place are on a completely different scale. Okay, last one. What's the most expensive gift you've ever received?
A gift? Well, I am unsure how expensive it was, but the one that made me happiest was when I went with my family to look at the stars.
Aww.
Huh? Stars?
Oh, that's a very sweet answer.
On my birthday, my father told me a star would shine especially bright. I watched it with my mother and father. That time spent together was the greatest gift I have ever received. My parents are such busy people. I rarely saw them as a child. Oh? Is something wrong?
After asking so many petty questions, I feel real ashamed of myself. Even if you are rich, you're still you.
I am myself? That is true, I suppose. But Yuma, what sort of person do you think I am?
What do I
Oh.
think of Fubuki?
Oh, this will be good.
That's simple.
You're an airhead.
Ditzy, rich, honest. I'm gonna say honest.
I think honest is probably the best
You're
answer.
honest. You may be rich and ditzy, among other things. But the foundation of who you are is your honesty.
Well, I am not sure I would say I am honest myself, but it makes me happy to hear you say it.
You're honest. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said the time spent stargazing with your parents was your favorite gift.
True.
Oh, that reminds me. After we looked at the star, my father purchased it for me. I am unsure how expensive that may have been, but I am certain that is the biggest gift I have ever received.
That is probably one of the biggest gifts. You could buy someone a star.
Considering how honestly surprised I am by all this, I must have been a lowly commoner before losing my memories.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Oh, good. She has that smile on her face where it's like, I like anything we're doing right now, and nothing can faze me. I'm Fubuki. Stays in, you know, I had a similar memory with my folks, but I think it was for like the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a time where we go to like the countryside 7 or 8 minutes away from our home, and we wouldn't go to like the city lands. Then we go to like the ones like on the country, and we would just stay there in the SUV. It'd be the 4 of us, and we'd look at the fireworks as they explode and go off in the night sky. It was lovely. That we also didn't get bit by bugs either.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today. That was a splendid adventure.
That's a little much. We were just out for a walk.
Nonsense. Even if this was an ordinary walk for you, it was a proper adventure for me. This was also my first time using a vending machine and witnessing stray mice.
I see.
Okay.
Fubuki really has lived a sheltered life. Even everyday things are exciting for her.
I wonder if all her so-called adventures are like this.
Fubuki, you said you're an adventure detective, right? What kind of adventures have you gone on?
Do you mean what they were like?
Yeah. Would you mind sharing any that left a strong impression on you?
Well, the major one was the first time I explored what is known as a supermarket. No, it is far too early for you to appear bored already. Did you know? These supermarkets have hundreds, even thousands of different items lining their shelves. And yet all the employees there appear to know exactly where each one is located. I cannot begin to imagine the sort of training they had to undertake to obtain such a skill. Based on my findings, I suspect that supermarket employees have abnormally developed sections of their brains. Well, is that not exciting?
Okay.
I mean, not exactly. All you have to do is really memorize the layout of the store and figure out what products are in which items, really.
I mean, it was kind of interesting how you said like about the brain development part. That was intriguing to me, really.
Sorry. I don't think supermarkets are exciting at all.
I see. I knew it! What about this? One time, I was undercover while investigating a tribe of nudists in the Amazon when they saw through my disguise.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what was your disguise, Fubuki?
Was she not naked?
Were you not naked?
That's what my guess is.
What? That really happened?
Of course. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It just surprised me. That sounds like a real adventure.
I see. So that is what an adventure is to you, Yuma. How educational.
Wait, you were undercover in a nudist tribe and got caught?
You were undercover in a nudist tribe and got caught. Your underwear? Hee hee hee. Were you alright? I think we should say your underwear.
That's what I want to say.
Alright.
What about your underwear?
Huh? What do you mean?
Never mind, it's nothing. I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, no, you should have asked.
Were you all right? Were you in any danger?
I was fine. The nudists were kind-hearted. Even though they caught me, they treated me very well. They said that even if I was investigating them, displaying our naked bodies to one another meant we were all family.
Naked bodies? How nice of them. Fubuki really thinks a trip to the supermarket and visiting a naked tribe in the Amazon are on the same level. Everything about her makes zero sense to me.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
But what about your underwear? You know? Like,
I think she was fully naked, the way she described that there.
I think she was buckle.
When they
nude?
said being nude to each other makes you considered family, even though they caught her. Oh my goodness.
Who knows? Maybe at that time, too, it was like disrespectful if you didn't, right? If you're a nudist colony. It probably is the way they do things there. You know, I don't know if I could do that, maybe. If I felt comfortable enough to do that.
Would you feel comfortable enough around just other people, though? I'm just like, I don't know, that feels way too weird for me.
It'd be something, too, if you were naked, though, but you didn't have good hygiene, so it really showed on your person. I think that'd be the most embarrassing thing.
Hey, Fubuki, there's something I've always wanted to ask you.
Yes, what is it? I would tell you anything, Yuma. Even the password to my bank account.
Oh my god. No, please.
No, I don't need your password. It's nothing like that. I'd like to know more about the Clockford family. You've mentioned them before, but I still don't quite get it.
I see. So you wish to learn more about my family. I do not mind. I will tell you everything I know. But first, how much do you already know about them?
Ooh.
What I know about your family is...
They seem to be powerful and have an influence,
Let's
right?
see, manages the world's standard of time, oversee the world's longitudes and latitudes.
I don't even know what that means. Oversees the world's longitudes and latitudes, like making maps? Is that what they're getting at?
Manages the official history of the world. I'm gonna say that one.
I think it's the first one, but we can do that one.
Fine, we'll say this
No,
one.
no, we can do that. No.
They're in charge of keeping the world standard for time.
Yes, that is a correct assessment.
Oh, dang it.
What does that entail
You just
anyway?
be wrong in these, I think.
I can barely comprehend something on such a scale.
How should I explain it? For example, it is exactly like deciding to call an apple an apple. Does that make it easier to understand?
No, now I'm even more confused.
Oh, really? Let me try to explain it another way then. To manage the world's standard of time means we manage what year, what month, what day, what minute, and what second it currently is on Earth. As an extreme example, so long as the Clockford family dictates it, we could move the date 10 years ahead or back.
That's quite a powerful privilege to have.
Indeed. It means we could make everyone in the world grow older or younger. Although they are just numbers on paper.
That's incredible. I can barely follow along. Wouldn't it be possible to mess up the whole world by abusing such power?
Indeed. We could tear it apart, chew it up, and spit it right out. But the Clockford family would not do such a thing. We protect the world's time to ensure that never happens.
Oh.
Protecting the world's time. Sounds like a daunting challenge.
Yes, it is indeed a heavy responsibility for my family, if I do say so myself. Even 100 elephants would be considered lighter.
Your family is tasked with such an important responsibility. I'm surprised they let their daughter join the WDO. Even if it's to help you learn more about society, it's far too dangerous.
Yes, you are right about that. Although I have not been told officially, my parents do consider me the next head of the family. Permitting the successor to join the WDO would certainly be nothing short of insanity.
Oh, so you think so too?
I do, but alas, I had no choice. You know how I can be a bit of an airhead at times?
Yes.
Oh, don't you mean most of the times here?
She's an airhead all the time.
Hey, Shinigami.
Yeah, maybe from time to time.
They said they could not entrust the world's time to a daughter who is so ignorant.
Ouch.
They would rather send me to the outside world to survive on my own than keep me blind to reality. Which is why my parents made the difficult decision of enrolling me in the WDO.
Wow.
It was to be expected. The continuation of the Clockford family is more important to the world than my own life.
She said it so casually. I'm sure Fubuki has experienced so much as the daughter of the Clockford family. She must have been exposed to many things regular people couldn't even imagine.
Still, my mother and father were right.
What?
I learned numerous things about society after joining the WDO. I have already grown far past who I once was. Compared to who I was before I joined, I am a completely new person now.
It terrifies me to think she was even more airheaded than she is now.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Yeah, she's very sheltered and much more of an airhead, but she's learned, I guess, more.
You know what I realized? Since Fubuki has like a time power, you know, she's technically aging herself every time she rewinds time and moving it forward again. So she might be actually older in body, but younger in soul.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because she can only rewind time, right? Mm-hmm. So is it safe to assume that she might just be younger than she looks? If she's constantly rewinding time, maybe? Ooh, at the clock tower.
I am sorry to have called you here, Yuma.
It's okay. What's wrong? You said you wanted to talk.
Well, about that, perhaps, maybe... Yuma, I believe I may be in love with you, romantically.
Whoa!
Whoa, that's a bomb to
That
drop.
came out of left field.
Wow.
I like that, though. Some spunk. Romantically.
Huh?
What?
Did you not hear me? Then I shall say it again. I may be in love with you romantically, Yuma.
I may be in love with you romantically.
Whenever I think of you, my heart feels warm and fuzzy. It's so anguished as well. I thought maybe this is the romantic feeling that people keep talking about.
That's impossible! Totally impossible! There must be some confusion. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you. Someone as attractive as you would never fall for someone like me.
Oh, you don't put yourself down like that.
No, he's right, though. I don't think she would, though.
My goodness.
Maybe.
Oh, do you really think so? I find you quite an attractive man, Yuma.
Ooh.
I can't believe you think that.
Hey! Quit being all happy about it!
Well, I did not bring you here today to confess these feelings to you.
Oh.
Rather, if these truly are romantic feelings, I wish to thank you for them.
Huh? Thank me?
Okay.
To tell you the truth, I have never had romantic feelings for anyone until now. I have had an arranged fiancé ever since I was little. Due to that, I subconsciously kept myself from falling for anyone. Although I yearned for those feelings of love, I knew I must not harbor them.
Oh.
I worried I would never fall in love. I have always felt such disappointment in myself because of it. But now, I have fallen for you and can experience what it is like. So, I wish to thank you for helping me learn what romance is. That is all. I just wanted to give my thanks.
Oh, in that case, I'm glad I could help. I guess? But wait, don't you have a fiancé? Having feelings for someone else is just going to end up making you sad.
Not at all. I have decided to talk to my father about turning down my arranged marriage.
Really? Are you sure? After all, wasn't that decided by the Clockford family?
Of course, it is vital to defend our family traditions and to obey my parents. All my life, I have lived with that as my highest priority. But now, I have decided to forge my own future. I have been thinking about it ever since I started working with you all at the agency.
I see. She's choosing her own future. I'm glad she can look at it that way. I'm happy for her. But even still, I think you may be mistaken about your feelings for me.
Are you sure? It is true I have zero experience with romance, so I cannot say for certain. Well then, how about this? Once I am able to confirm with certainty that my feelings are romantic in nature, then, at that moment, will you hear my confession once more?
Aww.
Oh. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, even if you confess to me now. Oh. What do you think, Kelly?
I just want to say, oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you really do have romantic feelings for me, then sure.
Thank you very much. Please, consider your response for when I next confess my love for you.
Oh my god.
Would that mean I'd become the heir to the Clockford legacy? No, it has to be a misunderstanding. It has to be, right?
No. I don't think so.
Master, you and Fubuki have forged the ultimate bond together.
Oh, yeah, we
You,
did.
Master. I'm happy for you.
Are you sure,
Oh, yeah, we
Shinigami? We could end up getting married.
I know, and to the person who you probably detest the most.
Yeah, probably pretty close.
I don't think we'd ever get the Death God's approval for Fubuki and Yuma to
I
be
know,
together.
right?
That's an interesting prospect, though. I didn't think that she'd go that far to say that about Yuma.
Well, she did blush a bit when we held hands when we did her chapter.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
She did blush.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you for joining us here today, and if you've blushed, show some love down below for this video. We'd really appreciate it. And,
I've been Kelly.
I've been Zelly.
And thanks for watching.
See you in the next one as we finish up here with Vivia as the last Gumshoe Gab here. Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey Kelly, they stayed to the end.
I know, Zelly. I think they like us.
Like, subscribe, or share to show us you care. Bye-bye.